If it gets a little bit tough, please talk to us. This is the opportunity for you to put yourself forward for potentially a professional contract. The whole program is a combined project. Your respective Tonga Rugby Union, Samoa Rugby Union, Fiji Rugby Union, we're working with the Players Association and World Rugby together to make this project work.
You tell me your sorrow, but I don't wanna pay. Don't tell me that tomorrow is just another day.
You need to practice.
Work, place. Go, Mel, go. Okay, ready? Play. That's good, boys. Well done. We'll get better as the week goes on. Let's go.
The boys, we're now getting GPS off Matty. It's now the acceleration of the banner.
Definitely a player that would be interested in signing up for our NRC campaign.
Boys, we're now going to go on time. You've only got 1 minute.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's the drill.
This is not like a game show where there's one contract and we're all going to fight it out and it's going to be given to you. This program's not built as a reality TV show. The reality of this program is about people getting opportunities.
So thank you and welcome to the first meeting for the Pacific Rugby Challenge. So during game day, Tom, you'll be providing team stats and individual stats. Obviously, Groomy, you're looking after the logistics of the running of the whole event. And Pete, you'll be gathering GPS data and also monitoring players. Chris and I will be selecting, so we'll have our own lists here. What we're doing in games 1, 2 and 3 is ranking each player by position as far as the best, second best, third best in each position, and then we can get a fair idea of who we select for the combine.
The combine assists in a number of ways. So it's linked to the Pacific Challenge, which is all about the development of elite under-23 talent in the region, to provide them with an opportunity to show their talents and then take a step into professional rugby where there's a good environment for them to grow and develop into professional rugby players and ultimately into international players that play for their countries.
It made sense to select all the talent from the Pacific Challenge for a couple of reasons. Firstly, you had the 3 nations together. Secondly, we'd changed the rules around the tournament slightly to make it predominantly an under-23 tournament, so it captured the young players from those nations. And I think the third thing is, on the back of the Pacific Challenge, they're already based here, so it made sense to have a combine for the week after the Pacific Challenge.
Beautiful weather here in the capital city. And we're expecting some great rugby in this first clash. Long and straight to their captain Henry Stowers takes it in. John Ika, good strength from the fullback. Very close now, Tonga.
That's at 15 again. Yeah. Good offload off the ground.
Trying to muscle his way forward. Ika.
Ooh, well done.
And was a great start there by the Tongan team.
Not straight.
So while you're watching the game, it can be difficult to record your thoughts, and I think most coaches develop a system of ticks and crosses and symbols and notes that allow you to quickly note down what you see with particular players, and particularly when you're trying to watch 2 teams playing at the same time, you're actually looking at 60 players.
Okay, so you'll go down to Tom and I'll go down this.
Yeah.
Mate, who did you think were your best today?
I think on number 8, and our captain Henry. Henry played really well and he led the team from front.
Well done, mate. Played well, huh? It's good. Played really well. 9? Played well, mate. Really good. Really good. Played really well. How's your hamstring and calf? You're okay for next week? Maybe, if you play well again. No. You played really well. Right on. After each game, it was more or less speak to the coaches of the respective teams and just listen. just see what they had to say, who they thought played well. They know their teams better than we do, so it was really a listening process.
He's really stepped up. You know, if you looked at him a year ago, he was raw.
Yep.
Had nothing. Beautiful ball skills. He's starting to understand his body a bit better, which means he's getting outcomes at scrums.
The three things that we were looking for were, the first thing was rugby ability, the second thing was athleticism, so whether they had speed, power, stepping ability, and the third thing was effort. So on the field we could see repeat efforts, but the other thing is what they did around their respective teams. Chris and I spent a lot of time watching training sessions, seeing how players integrated within the team and what they gave to the team. So that was one of the other criteria with the effort.
Oh yeah, it's been my goal since I was a little kid to try and play for any Super Rugby team or NRC. I think you'll be a great player. I think you just have to work hard and try and build your skills to be able to be scouted for those Super Rugby or NRC team.
I'd be honoured with the opportunity to test myself against the best of the tournament, obviously. If I get the chance to show the clubs what I can do, then I'll do it 100% and do my best.
Whatever comes my way, I'm gonna take it.
There we go.
Now, what's the minute? Oh, will you go down and see the Samoans soon after this game?
Yep.
It's there for Samoa, a kick pass.
Great kick, great kick.
Oh, nice from Leula.
Nicely done.
He's done well at 14, he's done really well.
Up the ball, still going, one more.
Is that what you mean by that 13?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a physical specimen that is.
like you, Horny, back in the day. Okay, all right. I'll leave you blokes to it. I've just got to go down there and see the manager now. So the delivery of the news for the players from the respective teams was done by the head coach from those teams. It wasn't our job to deliver the message, it's the team coaches, because it was an inclusive process. It's all yours, Potter.
Boys, I've got a list of the players being selected for the combine camp starting tomorrow. Number 2, Ngapasua. Number 5, Agustino Lungia. Number 6, Mikaele Tapili. Number 7, Yosefatu Mareko.
Fiji Warrior side, number 1, Eroni Maui. Number 2, Veremalua Kumekoto. Number 3, Luketangi. Number 4, Tevita Ratuva.
Yes, 15 again.
15's got him. Oh, he's done well.
Mate, 15's a lot quicker than the Tongan 15's, a lot quicker than that. It's, I mean, where I'm at the moment is really just confirming really what we picked.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, so 20
Yep.
with a strike.
So he's gone as well, eh? By my reckoning, Chris, we've got 13 Fiji,
Yes.
9 Samoa,
Yes.
and 8 Tonga.
Yes.
So that gives us our 30. That's the 30 for the combine.
Na start be foke he lelei taha koe te mo whai. Koe ni o ku to'o e kau tamana e wainga lelei taha e aho ni. Hui atu ingoa pas ura ki ko saya masima.
It's a very good concept, and I was elated to see that World Rugby is taking some serious actions around the raw Pacific Island talents available and a process that we can put in place to make the talents better, and in return the improvement in our results for the Test Rugby for the island.
If there's any questions over the next coming days, I'm around. If it gets a little bit tough, please talk to us. But this is the opportunity for you to put yourself forward for potentially a professional contract. This thing is about opportunities. It's not easy over the next 5 days to be the best that you can be. It's going to be challenging. but embrace that. There's going to be difficult things that you're going to have to do, skills, you're going to be tested, you're going to be asked questions that you might not feel comfortable about it. Don't worry, we're here to support you, but we want you to actually try and continue to put yourself forward, because you've got 5 days to show what you're made of.
Since arriving, we've been trying to settle. That's the big thing. Adjust to the program and all the schedule, and trying to learn so many things from others as well.
So have you played, say, Fiji Sevens or Samoa Sevens, or have you played under 20s?
Yeah, under 20, Samoa.
Okay, stick them all down, put them all down there.
All players receive a dossier, which is effectively a CV of where we see that player currently at within their development. So that covers a wide range of areas, from their strength testing, their medical testing, their skills development, their character or personal traits, and all that data that's been collected will give them a snapshot in time. And so that A can be provided to the coach, so their A-team coach is here as part of the program. That can then lead to ongoing development as them as a rugby player within their own country. And ultimately, it gives us the information, if there are interested parties, to be able to provide that information to them.
Lie on your back, move up the bed. So today we did a musculoskeletal screening looking for any injuries or restrictions that any of the players had. How many games did you get through with that knee injury? So that we can implement strategies and manage them going forward from this camp onwards, as well as in this camp. So there's a range of different tests that we had today. Some are testing ligamentous stability, others are testing strength, others are testing range of motion. So focusing on the shoulder, knee, ankle, groin, so that we can assess if they have any injuries, but also so we have a baseline to compare to in case they get any further injuries.
We don't have much back home, and to get this treatment and get to talk to these people is, we feel special. We never talk about it before seriously, and now we have the opportunity to talk to some people that we might help.
I think a few of them know that they're carrying injuries, and they maybe aren't so forthcoming with the information, but that's what the screening is there for, that'll bring out any injuries that are there so we can help them. Let's see what we can do. Okay?
The schedule had multiple drafts. It's not preparing for a game, it's actually preparing games within the week, as opposed to drilling and rectifying problems from a previous game and looking into a game ahead from a tactical point of view. We wanted to provide a canvas where they could just show their skills. The 3 criteria: rugby ability, athleticism and effort. We had to replicate those key qualities within training.
The players wear GPS units, and those GPS units measure around 10 times per second the movements of the players, and then give summaries around the number of accelerations, decelerations, impacts, speed they ran at on average, the number of metres they covered per minute, lots of metrics like that. And that's used to assess the work rate of the players. And we also do some visual assessment of their work rate, so how quick they are to get off the ground and that sort of thing. And then we share those to coaches and other administrators and people who are interested in the players.
I want to start the opposite of what most teams start with. First one's what we call visa ball, a kicking, handling game.
When they've got the freedom to express themselves, some of the players are multi-layered. You know, they've got something that you didn't think they had.
It was amazing to see the first few training sessions. People didn't know each other by names. As we progressed through the week, players started getting closer and actually see people calling each other by names.
Go, 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 what's happening? Now we get vertical height, right? We get lateral speed and we get contact. The defenders now have hit shields. As soon as the player, if he falls to the ground, turnover. The emphasis is on survival. The key to this, I suppose, game is spatial awareness. And once you find the space, is then you open it up. It's like a fast break, like a turnover ball. So it's like boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah, okay, that's the drill.
The talent from the islands are really raw. They're kind of like a rough diamond, so to speak. It's important that they look past some of those deficiencies and see the athlete for what he is.
You wouldn't usually come to a tournament like this and have an opportunity straight into semi-professional, let alone a professional environment. We're talking financially, they're going to be fantastic opportunities for these guys, let alone just the exposure to high-performance environments and exposure to good coaches. It's about them making the most of their rugby skills so that they can go on and live good lives and build good families and have good post-career opportunities for them.
If they had to come over to our environment, we don't have a lot of time. When we have our academy type players, we get a full 12-month period to develop them and get their core skills up to a level which is going to put them in good stead for competitive rugby. So for these boys to come over, the boys with really good core skills, catch, pass, kick, tackle, breakdown work, becomes really important, really just for the time frames that we have. So they're the key things, and obviously the great thing about Pacific Island boys is they have X factor, so you know, you've got to balance that up, and it might not be perfect, but they probably can do things that a lot of other people can't.
You right, Seru? I'm going to give you another tricky one. Ready? Play. Oh, yeah. Bad luck. Right option. Let's go.
Hot ball, maximum 1 minute effort, they'll be cooked. So all it is if I'm the attacking player, I go into contact, once again, 2-handed touch, go into contact, I hit the ground, everyone hits the ground. Attack and defence. 4 phases, after 4 phases, once again, I'll just trail in there, second ball, away you go. It'll cook them quickly because of the up-down movement.
The good performance that we have in the combine just make us to be the better rugby player in the future.
Work, place. Go, Mel, go! So boys, we're now getting GPS off Matty. It's now the accelerations are better.
So we put together a battery of physical assessments, 5 activities, 5 movements. We rate all those relative to defined standards for this age group.
Right, that's enough. Back.
That's good, boys. Well done. We'll get better as the week goes on. Let's go.
It's really about where they're at is where they're at, and we're looking for best effort. And it's a starting point for many of them.
Nice, look at this, what a perfect line. This is the #1 line at the moment, okay? You're the best line by a long way.
All right, so if we rate our top 10 independently.
Top 10 for me were Maui, Charlie, Stowers, Milani.
There he is.
There he is. The hooker, Vukoto, and Ricky Ene. So that would be my top 10.
So I had Temel, Milani, Henry, Mel, Paya. I had Frank. Yep. Okay, I had Albert. And the only other guy I had in was Nuffa. Okay, so if we go, so you got Aroni Maui, more or less, he's ready to go off island, yep. I reckon. Then you got Milani, so Samoan halfback. Mate, he's good, he's really good. Charlie Pahulu,
yep.
Enormous potential with him.
Paya in the same sort of boat.
Yep.
We see a lot of potential there.
Yep, no worries.
And I think Paya will be the guy he'd just develop like that.
Yeah, Frank Lamani, he needs to get off island. Yeah, so anyway, that's where they all are. So we'll see how they go tomorrow during the game.
Yeah.
I think this is the start. I want to thank to the World Rugby for the new concept. So this player learn a lot from this, and they're gonna share to other players back home.
It will help a lot because Tonga there's no academy in Tonga or HPU, But this kind of combine really help our player from Tonga.
It's really good and positive to see the progress that these players have made over the span of the last 3, 4, 5 days. And hopefully most of them are now looking forward to going home after the program, seeing their families.
With this, we go through a whole bunch of different skills, either red, green, yellow, and then it gets pulled together into this dossier. The only thing we saw from a rugby perspective to work on is your evasive running, because we thought you were pretty up and down. All your other stuff is solid.
Your set piece work is good, your scrum's good, your speed at the line out is good. We need to get some leg drive, some power into these things so you can carry.
So I reckon the next 2 years, mate, they're massively important. Like, you'd be disappointed if you weren't playing Super Rugby in 2 years' time and a regular member of the Manu, I reckon, even if it's not the next World Cup, the one after.
What we're trying to do is actually identify parties that actually are interested in the player. The coach is identifying and providing the information to another club. The Players Association is looking at the right fit, and then marrying up with World Rugby's assistance, we'll be able to find the right spot.
Hello, Matt. Speaking.
Hi Joe, how are you mate? Wisey here. It's just talking about Henry Stowers, so you blokes are pretty interested?
Yeah, definitely interested. I think he's a top player. We're looking to play a big ball running number 8, which has also line out skills, which is great for us.
In terms of, you know, financial offer for the player, where would you see from your perspective that you would like to pitch at for the player?
For this, we'd look at a $60,000 pro rata type contract to play in all those exhibition or games at the front and NRC as well.
What about accommodation set up over there for your boys? Obviously, the 60k pro rata, just trying to factor in exactly what sort of living costs Henry may have.
We've got a few players that are still looking for accommodation now, so we could look at fitting him into one of those setups with the other boy.
Right, mate. Thanks again. Hi, Joe. See you, mate.
No, thank you. Bye.
This is a step, I'm telling you. Because you look at the program they've got some decent sides that they're going to play. So he's on the stage to do it.
Mate, he's looking for an opportunity. It's obviously a financial decision for him to make, but yeah, all we can do is ensure that he's got the right package around him to make sure he's all right, and it's up to him.
Okay, so if it falls over with him, do you then offer it to Albert?
100%. We're not going to lose the opportunity.
No way in the world. So he's got to tell us, and then because Albert's a hell of a player as well. Yeah. So at the very start, the first thing Pete said is you're going to be uncomfortable. Aidan said you're going to be uncomfortable. We want to see how you can adapt, and you've adapted nicely. So well done. For the boys, particularly from Tonga and Samoa, it would have been very easy to hop on a plane and go home. But you had the courage to try a new concept, and it's groundbreaking. You guys are creating history.
What I want to talk about now is the interest that has come up, and I'm going to put it up now. We've got a number of Mitre 10 clubs that have all expressed interest in individual players or a number of players within this group. So for those that are really good and successful in gaining an opportunity, we'll sit down, we'll have Aidan in the room, I'll get Wisey across, and we'll sit down, we'll talk about what we need to do so that you can be successful in that contractual period.
It's not very often that you have Samoan, Tongans and Fijians staying under one roof. And I think we've done that this week. And that's from a little love that exploded and became something big by the end of the week.
I can feel a bit emotional at the moment. As you all can see, our management, none of them are from the islands. They leave the country to help us show their love for us Tongans, Samoans, Fijian. They've done a lot for us. Now is our time to prove to them their love has not been wasted. To Johnny, we all feel that emotion and love as well. And a big thank you to the management for giving us this opportunity. If we weren't here, we wouldn't even have
have the opportunity or to get some of these contracts or the chance to meet these lovely brothers.
One cheer for Tonga, hip hip. Hey. One cheer for Fiji, hip hip. Hey. One cheer for Melbourne, hip hip. Hey.